Hello everybody and welcome back to Why Gorzów. I hope you're all well. Warm greetings and salutations to all. Today I'm telling the story about Bernard on the Bulwar. 6 years ago, in November, I was sitting on the Bulwar outside one of the still open cafes. The cafes did close for a while, now they're reopening again, hallelujah. And I was sitting there. What is the Bulwar? It's like a boulevard, a promenade that goes right beside not the sea, but the river. Place for people to meet, walk their dogs, etc. And I was sitting there. It was a foggy morning, 8 a.m., and I had my cup of tea with honey and lemon zest. And I was just looking around at the foggy desolation and thinking, okay. And I see this man come into my view. Old man. Very tall, very slim, very austere. And he had a lovely, old-looking brown corduroy jacket. And also on the Bulwar, there is a children's playground. 8 a.m. on a Saturday, maybe Sunday morning, full of fog, no kids. So this old man walks up to the monkey bars, right? This single monkey bars. One pole up here, and a pole in the middle for swinging on. And he looks at the pole, looks at the top. Okay. And walks away. And I think, how delightful, how strange. Okay. So I'm looking again at the desolation and he's back. Okay. But this time he's back with no corduroy jacket. And I swear to God this is true. He looks at the pole, he looks at the top again. Okay. He rolls up his sleeve, and in one surging lunge, he reaches up, grabs the pole, pulls himself up to the very, very top and balances himself by his hips, right? And he starts doing this gymnastic, athletics, aerobics, body strengthening, lifting the back of his body and the front of his body. Ooh-ah, ooh-ah. A magnificent spray of mist spitting out from his mouth. Ooh-ah. It was one of the first times in my life I'm literally sitting there like Goofy in the cartoons. I couldn't believe what I was watching. 5 minutes. And he flips over, back down onto his feet, and he goes and gets his corduroy jacket and tries to walk away. But I'm me, so if I see somebody who totally blows my mind or inspires me, I have to go and talk to them. At this stage, as I mentioned, like and subscribe in other videos, I didn't have much Polish. I had learnt dzień dobry, hello, and przepraszam pan czy pani, excuse me, sir or miss. So I went over to him and I said, dzień dobry. Dzień dobry. Przepraszam pan. No tak. Przepraszam pan, I don't speak any Polish, but you're amazing. Could you tell me your story? How did you learn this? Could you tell me your story? Ein bisschen Deutsch, a little German. Ja, ein bisschen. Okay. And this man, mostly in German and Polish with a little bit of English, he told me his story. His name was Bernard. He was 78 years of age. How did I know this? Because he told me. And I was thinking about it. Okay, so you were born in 1938. Is that right? Yeah. 1938. I said, okay. And his story was he was born in Germany with Polish parents in 1938. That's the year before the war. So that means he evidently, obviously, and I hope his parents too, he survived the whole war as a young Polish family living in Germany. He didn't tell me the details. I wouldn't have understood them anyway. But he did tell me at the age of 16, 1954, he moved by himself from Germany to Poland. Why? Because he wanted to be a soldier in the Polish military. when he was 16. And okay, I understood. This man had lived a life of austerity and needing to keep himself intact and fit and mentally. Oh man, so it blew my mind. 6 years later, I meet him again. And here's the photo. That's me and Bernard. Sorry, 5 years later. And this time I had a bit of Polish, right? So I went up to him. Przepraszam pana, dzień dobry, nie wiem jeśli pan pamięta mnie. It's not perfect. And he didn't remember me. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine, of course. And I said, so I met you 6 years ago, and you're still doing this gymnastics. This is amazing. And he said, you speak very good Polish. I said, I can communicate. And he said, to jest świetnie. Nie pan. To jest świetnie. It is excellent. Dziękuję. Thank you. To jest świetnie. Możesz spróbować drugi język. You can try a second language. I wiesz dlaczego? And do you know why? He said to me. We can travel? Tak. I proszę, pamiętaj. Świat jest piękny. Świat jest piękny. You need to remember that the world is beautiful. At this time, the second time I met him, he was 83. His eyes were wet, not with tears of grief or sadness. His eyes were wet with tears of droga piana orzeźwienia, of refreshment. It's like liquid crystals or jewels were falling on his cheeks. And what an amazing example of beautiful, healthy, vibrant masculinity, even in the winter of his life, even in his early to mid-80s. What did I learn from this? I learned that I never again can feel sorry for myself. I never again can let laziness or negativity or hangovers stop me from living the most positive day that I possibly can. We're living at a time of huge turmoil. People are falling apart. Me sometimes too. We all are going through these ups and downs, really low downs sometimes. We're really just trying to make it through this. Crisis after crisis after crisis. And what this man taught me was just that. Get up. It's okay to feel those things. It's okay to feel depressed or negative or hungover. But get up anyway and get out to the Bulwar to do gymnastics or whatever it is. So thank you very much, Bernard on the Bulwar. Like many men, I grew up without a father in my home. And I wouldn't even try to say that this man is some kind of father figure, but as I said, he is an amazing example of just beautiful masculinity that we should all celebrate. Thank you very much. See you next time. Like and subscribe.